Hello and welcome to Rimworld Alpha 15. Rimworld Alpha 15 adds in a couple of things from Rimworld Alpha 14 which are very meaningful. It adds in a drug system which allows you to have stimulants that help you to fight, it allows you to have different types of medicine that allows you to be immune to certain diseases. It also has some just purely addictive stuff that raises mood. And in fact, all of it is addictive and it can cause you a lot of problems, but it can have some short-term solutions, which sounds very cool to mess with. It also adds in underground drilling, which should help with a problem that I didn't experience, but I have heard some people talking about, which is that there was a lack of metals and things late game, so you had to really try and save up some stuff and hope that you got the right traders and trade for that. Now there's a chance that you can just build up your own underground drilling stuff and you can be a bit more self-sufficient. You can get a lot more of that kind of material. Now, I did lose my original footage for this intro, so we are going to skip at a certain point, but we will have a look at the new colony settings we are using. We were using Rich Explorer, we are now using Lost Tribe. So, Rich Explorer was gun turrets, lots of silver, lots of food, lots of medicine, and an accurate charge rifle. This was very good. This is probably, I would say, a very easy setup, having played it. I think it's, like, you start off with silver, so if you get a trader, you can instantly get anything you're missing. You start off with gun turrets, which means that you can have a very defended place where you don't actually have to be in danger at all. You also start with a charge rifle, which means hunting is easier. You can actually very accurately get people with the rifle, and you can get them from very far away, so you don't really have any kind of worries there. And you tend to get people joining you earlier anyway, like you tend to get like a wanderer's joined after 5 days or something. So Rich Explorer is very much an easy start, I would say. Apart from the fact that you are on your own and you really have to prioritize building certain things, it's quite good if you want to build from a small point and then expand out, like, over time. I think it's a good start point. Lost Tribe, however, is a very different start. This one you start with 5 people, so you have a lot more ability to go out into the world and get resources from all over. So Rich Explorer it encourages going kind of introvert kind of way. You're trying to go, you're trying to stay away from the world. You're trying to build your own little cavern. You're trying to get your gun turret out the front. You just want to sit back. You want to stay safe. You want to just get enough to survive. You just want to stay, right back and wait for things to come to you, because you have a lot of defenses and you're already pretty provisioned. Lost Tribe, you actually start with no silver. Like, pretty much no silver. You can't buy anything with that. You can buy maybe a little bit of food if you're lucky. So, that's bad. You also don't start off with a lot of food. I mean, it says we get 220, but between 5 people, that's not a lot. And you start off with next to no medicine, and it's all bad medicine. So if you get an illness, or if you get some kind of injury, you're in trouble. Then, you also don't start with any good weapons. Like, your best weapon is Pila, which is kind of like a throwing spear, I think. And it's really not very good. And it's not very accurate, and, well, if the people raiding have guns, you're going to be in trouble. Like, a lot of trouble. So, you really need to go out, get resources, and start building up your defenses ASAP. And this is why I chose this one. We're also going to change storyteller. We were playing on Phoebe Chillax, which is it gives you a lot of time to build. It gives you a lot of time to expand. It gives you a lot of time to work out exactly what you want to be doing at a certain point. So it's like, I want to be working on the kitchen. We're going to make the best kitchen. We know we just had a raid. There's not going to be one for maybe a couple of months. We're fine. We can just work on what we want to do. And you can chillax, to put it in the game's terms. However, Cassandra Classic is more, it likes to give you challenges fairly constantly. So it's like, it won't give you as hard a challenge. Like, it won't give you a super big raid 10 days in, and then give you a 20-day break. What this will give you is it'll give you like a smaller raid every 5 days. Something like that. And then it'll give you a slightly bigger raid in another 5 days, and then it'll keep doing that. It'll give you a different weather event in another 5 days, and it's kind of constant. It's like, here's a problem, here's a problem, here's a problem, deal with it, deal with it, deal with it. So you need to be ready to deal with a lot of different things. And I think that's going to give us a different type of game, which I'm interested to try out. We're also going to play it on Intense, which is what we played on last time, I think, and it was the right kind of challenge for what I was wanting this series to be. It gave you a lot of different things that put us on edge. It was very difficult, but actually, it was very manageable, which is kind of where I want to be. I don't want to move up to extreme just yet, but we may do that in the next series. So, now I'm going to jump to the footage that I was talking about. We're going to do a little skip back in time to previous me, and we'll show you the 5 tribespeople we have, and then get into the game. Okay, so we have our 5 characters. We have Transabren, who is a fire tender and a healer. So, she took responsibility of the tribe's fire, so gets cooking and crafting. And healer is fairly self-explanatory. She was the tribe's healer, so he gets medicine and growing. So, she is very, very good. Hard worker, that's 20% extra work speed. Fantastic. Brawler, good chance of hitting it in melee, also fantastic. But they are too smart, which means that although there's a little bit more learning going on, she does have a mental break threshold that's a little bit higher, which is not so good, but it's alright. Also has a few health problems, like old gunshot wound and a bite scar, which gives some pain, which is more mental break, I think, but that's alright. We'll keep her. We also have Val, who I find very interesting that he's here, because I actually had him in one of my test runs, just show up, so that's cool. He is a mad scientist, so he gets melee, social, research, and node cleaning. And then he became a war chief, so he gets shooting, melee, social, but he can't grow, plant cut, or haul. So he's got a few things that he can't do, which would be quite useful, but that's alright. He's also psychically sensitive, so if there's a psychic event, he's gonna really, really get into it. And he's pretty, so people like him. So he gives a little bonus to everybody's opinion, which is nice. So he would probably be our hunter, would be my guess. Something like that. That's kind of what, hunter, and when he's not hunting, he's researching. Probably. We have Combo, who is our weaver, and there's our first look at malnutrition, which I believe just makes them eat a lot more in terms of game mechanics earlier. So started off as a vengeful child, which gives shooting, melee, but no doctoring allowed. And then he became a weaver, so expert at working buffalo wool, so he's good at growing and crafting. He's capable of caring. He's psychically sensitive, so psychic events are really going to affect this colony, and heat tolerant. So his maximum comfortable temperature is up, and his minimum comfortable temperature is up. So he likes heat, which is good because we're in a desert. So he's kind of generally not very good at anything, but that's alright. He doesn't need to be good at anything, as long as he can do construction, which he can. So yeah, he's also kind of alright at shooting and melee. Then we have Crocodile, who is our gatherer. She was a sole survivor of her tribe. Kind of weird, given that she has a sister, but that's alright. And is in her adulthood became a gatherer, so a lot of growing. Growing is really high up. Fantastic. Incapable of being violent, not good, but we'll keep it. And scary. Her traits are abrasive, so she always says exactly what's on her mind. Not so good. And has an annoying voice, so people will dislike her a lot. But she's really good at growing things. Okay. And then we've got... is that Hyena? I don't know. Abandoned child who... well, okay, so she was abandoned and you were a sole survivor. Okay, so I think I get this. So she was abandoned to die, and then the sole survivor came out and then found this other sister that she didn't know she had, or something like that. Okay. And then became a cave tender. Okay, so that is medicine, cooking, and crafting. Very good. A lot more good stuff. Kinda bad at shooting and melee. Okay. At least can do it. Trigger happy. Really, really bad at shooting, so actually, we'll just never let her have a gun. She can only melee. And cold tolerant. Refers to be in cold temperatures. That's unfortunate because we're in a desert, but we'll see what we can do. This seems like an interesting group. Now, if you would like any of them to be named after you, leave me a comment below and I will do that by next week. I have a few people already lined up, so next week we'll have a few new names and it'll all be fantastic. So I believe we can just start now. The gods were very angry. Their blood machines came at night. They swept through your village, cutting and burning your people with their blades and devil fire. Only a few of you escaped. Now, after a harrowing journey on foot, with no close friends to turn to, you must build a new home in the wilderness like your ancestors did. Alright, so this is our small colony. And we've got a lot to look at. Now, I assume, just looking at it here, that the bits that we can grow on are going to be these brown bits. Yeah, the soil. We probably can't grow on the sand. Why is this important? Well, we're going to very, very quickly want to get a growing area going. So I think we're going to want to build up here so that we can actually have some growing stuff happening. So we want to build like in there. What else have I noticed on this map? Well, there's a distinct lack of trees. Like, unless we can cut down the cactus, there aren't any trees anywhere to be seen. Which is a problem because we really need trees for wood. So I guess we're going to be really relying on getting like stone cutting early so we can actually build some proper buildings. And on our initial amount of wood that we get. So let's grab our initial amount of wood. Let's grab our initial amount of wood here. I'm going to tell them all that they can use it. Now, who do we have here who is good at guns? I have completely forgotten already. You're good at melee. Val is good at guns. Combo can use, well, not guns, but shooting. Like bows, I guess. I just assume shooting is ranged as a whole. So Val, you're going to get the pillar over here. We're going to have Combo come and get this short bow. And then I don't think we have anybody else who's really good with shooting. No. So we'll get you, because you are the best melee, to go get the jade knife. And we'll get you, you're the second best melee, to go and get probably this one, the wooden club. I think that's everybody set up. You are... Yes, everybody is perfect, I think. Who's our... You're our brawler. Do you have to be unarmed? No. Perfect, you just need to be in melee. Good, and we'll set all of this stuff so that we can be hauled and used. So that should mean a few people are going to instantly go and eat, which is unfortunate, but that's fine. Well, unfortunate because we're not going to be able to build while they're eating. Go grab all of that, check if we've got any more resources around the place. Doesn't really look like it. Okay. So, we're going to have to build really, really quickly and build a small area for us to live in. We can't build really large because we have a very, very low supply of crafting materials. So what we're going to do is we're just going to build a very simple building. Let's have a look here. Where are we going? Structure. There we go. Wall. I've done this before. Obviously. We're going to build something like a 10 by 10 room. It's not going to be very large, but it should be enough to kind... Did I build like 9 on the first one? I did. Okay. So it's not going to be very large, but it's going to be enough for us all to be in. I'm going to make it 11 by 10 so I can have the door in the middle, because that would annoy me otherwise. There we go. Is that the door in the middle? That's not the door in the middle. Have I done this wrong? Yeah, that would be the door in the middle. This is going to annoy me, actually. 6, 5. Maybe it was possible before. Okay. Work it out. Yeah, I did it right the first time and then corrected myself. There we go. That'll work. This is going to be our first little room. Oh, we also have our pets. I forgot. We have a Labrador Retriever. We have another Labrador Retriever. Oh, who are mating with each other already. Okay, quick work. And Cassius, who is our Husky. They're all going to just be told to be trained. So you're bonded with Transa. You are bonded with Croyer Combo. And you are bonded with Val. Okay, cool. Now, there are a bunch of priorities we could set, but I'm going to leave it for just now, apart from putting everybody on construction, because construction needs to be done. Okay. Once they build this building, I would quite like them to put in a lot of beds. So we're going to go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. We're going to put in some animal sleeping spots. Kinda 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to put in a little bit of... Well, torch lamp also provides heat. I'm not sure if we want to put heat in here. We don't really have another option. We don't have electricity yet, so we'll put in a little torch lamp. And that'll be our first kind of building. What else are we wanting to build early? We don't really want to build anything else that early. Now, do we have... Let's check our hunters. So we have... You're on hunting. Do we have anyone else on hunting? I think we should probably have combo on hunting, because they're the other person who has a ranged weapon. And then we'll set out a few things to be hunted already. There we go. Ostrich. Go hunt it. Doesn't seem to be a lot on this map in terms of resources at all. Rat. Definitely go hunt it. Nope, don't see anything else immediately next to us, so that'll be the hunters off and busy. We need to set a few stockpile areas, so I'm going to set our dumping zone to be like... let's make it here for just now. We'll make it better later. Maybe we'll make it about double the size, now that I think about it. Just because we need a lot of area to put all these rocks. And we'll put a stockpile zone around the back here. Actually, we're gonna just get rid of this. Delete zones. There we go. Not cancel. We'll get rid of that zone, and we'll make a little bit of a make a little building around it. There we go. So something like this. I hope we have enough wood for that, but that should be all the building that we need. There we go. We're also going to tell somebody to go make a growing area over here. There we go. Nice big growing area. That should be everything we need immediately. And let's see what they go and do. Need colonist beds. Yes, thank you, game. I'm aware we need colonist beds. We also need a building. What is that? Iguana. I'll definitely go get it. Perfect. Yeah, that's us got the building together. How much wood do we have? We have no wood because nobody's put it in the stockpile yet. Okay. Well, if they'd put it in the stockpile, we'd be able to see how much we have left. We really don't. Doesn't look like we have an awful lot of wood left, but if we don't have enough for everyone to have a bed, that's going to be awkward. We'll have to kind of rotate beds out. Yeah, we're out of wood already. I really hope these cacti can be used as things like that. Okay. Well, that's good. At least they count as things that we can chop down for wood. Okay, that's fine. Hopefully they'll work it out eventually. That they need to go over there and, you know, cut them down. Somebody gonna do that? Bit of minor break risk, very temporarily. What are they doing? They're not idle. They're just wandering. Okay. Oh, we don't have enough people on cut plant. There it is. Everyone can cut the plants. Perfect. It was the reason we had a problem there because we had people who were working on things that had higher priority than cutting plants, but we needed people to also cut plants. There we go. There's our nice little room. Perfect. Minor break risk. Bren is minor break risk. Okay, well they also have the highest chance of breaking. Now, we are going to need some other stuff. We're going to need a butcher's table, which we probably don't want to do inside this room. Well, now that we know that we've got some wood available, we could build another little... How about we have this as our kitchen, actually? I'm going to send... Bren, we're just going to draft you quickly. Send you up here. This look alright? Looks alright. Cool. Undraft you. Now, there is like a claim area thing. Claim structures can be repaired and maintained by a colonist. Must designate abandoned artificial structures. This not abandoned artificial structure? Okay, this counts as ours anyway. We'll make the home area a little bit larger. Zone area, expand home area. We also wish to have this. I guess we'll put a door in here. Like a wooden door. We'll make this our kitchen for just now. It's not perfect, but it will do, and it means we don't have to build more structures. Production. Butcher's table. We also want a fueled stove. And can we get a simple research bench in here as well? I think we can. Yep, perfect. Now we're going to need steel for that. So let's go find some steel somewhere on this map. No steel over there. No... Oh, is that steel? Is that silver ore? Very useful. We'll consider coming back for that. No steel. No steel. Oh, is this steel? This is steel. So how far away is that? It's not too bad. We need a bunch of steel. So I'm going to send... I'm going to put... Apologies, I accidentally clicked off the screen. I'm going to set a mining order over here, which should be about that. And yes, we'll see what people do. Anything else we desperately need? We've got food being built, and we have people being hunted. We have growing stuff going. I don't think there's anything else we desperately need. We're going to set up a few of these priorities here. First priority for everybody is firefighting under all circumstances, because you need to go and firefight. Next priority is going to be patient, because again, very, very useful. Right, we're going to have 2 doctors if possible. We're going to have one who is going to have it as their main job. Like, that's going to be what they do. And the other one's going to have it like, it's just a thing they should do, maybe. Actually, on both of those, that's the same priority, 2 and 3. We'll make it a 4 priority. So we'll do it if there's nothing else to do, and then we know who it is if we lose our main doctor. Bed rest. Everyone should prioritize that over everything apart from their number 1 priorities. Flick doesn't matter. We have absolutely no electrical equipment. Warden. Kind of matters. We'll have a backup warden as well. I guess that's going to be you combo. And then we'll have that as your kind. If we have a prisoner, you'll be higher up. Handling animals, 9, 8. Doesn't appear to be anyone else who's that good. We'll just leave that as a 3. It's not really a big priority at all to train the animals, but if they have nothing else to do, might as well. Cook. As you'll have that as a high priority, and the other 2 can have it as kind of a minor priority. Because we only have 2 cooking tables anyway. Well, 2 things that involve the cooking skill, so there's no point to having more than that many cooks. Hunter, both of you, probably a higher priority because it's where you're going to get, it's our food source basically at the start until we get our growing actually going. Repair and construction. Construction, we probably want most people on right now unless they're really bad at it. So you're a 1, you're not going to do construction. You're a 2, you're not going to do construction. Everybody else, you can do construction. You're all pretty bad at it, actually. Yeah. Yeah, we'll leave the 2s on it. We'll take the 1 off. They're going to fail construction a few times, but that's fine. Repair, we'll only have our good people on repair. There we go. Growing, 7, 12. 12 probably means we want you to be like that. Well, not absolute priority, but if you're not being a patient or bed resting, we want you to be growing. Kinda the same with you, I think, for just now. Although you are one of our cooks, so maybe we'll just leave you on 3. If you can't be cooking, constructing, repairing, you'll be growing. Miners, suppose Val, you can be a miner, but you are also our hunter, so what was your mining skill? 3. I guess, oh, you only have a mining skill of 1. You can be a miner. You can be a miner. I suppose you could be a miner. You're kind of doing a lot of things. Plant cutting, everybody can plant cut, at least at the lowest priority. Maybe the 2nd lowest if you've not got anything else going on. There we go. Smithing, tailoring, art, craft doesn't matter because we don't have any of that yet. Hauling, nobody should really have that as a priority. Same with cleaning, because we don't have anybody who's not really doing anything. And absolutely everybody should have research as a low priority right now. Just because there's no reason not to. Yeah. Perfect. And we'll let everybody go and see what they do. They should all have a job. Yeah, we've got a few people going off and mining. Did I not say some things to be hunted? Would that not be a higher priority for Val than mining? It would. So if I set this to hunt, will Val go and get it? Combo will go and get it. Okay, Combo claimed it. He's also a really bad shot, by the looks of it. Oh, he hit it. He hit it. He got it. He got us an iguana. Cool. Somebody's starting to build these things here, which is good. And I think we are going to end the episode here. Thank you for watching. And if you enjoyed the video, please leave it a like. Please leave a comment. It all helps with search rankings. And it helps the channel grow and it helps this series grow. And I will see you next time. Thank you for watching. See you then. Goodbye.